for today's tutorial we are going to paint these dandelions. Now the background of this painting was done in a separate video called How to Paint a Bright Turquoise Background. I'll put the link right here. Boop, 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 boop. I'll also put it at the end of this video as well as in the description below. Alright, so now we're going to focus on the flowers here. Okay, so I totally did this whole part of the dandelion and it wasn't recording. So for that reason, I'm going to do another dandelion right to the side of it using the same techniques. So, start with your olive green and just draw a line for the stem whichever way you want. Get a little bit of white. The light source is coming from this direction, so the light will be on this side. Blend it into that green so it's nice and smooth. Now you're going to do an oval at the top of that stem right there. Get some white. Now get some green on your flat tip brush and you're going to do some lines down from the circle that you just did. You can highlight them a little bit if you'd like, with a teeny tiny bit of white. Now with your liner brush, get some brown and you're going to do little squiggles at the end of each one of those lines you just did. Now with the same brush, get some green on there and at the top of those squiggly lines, just fade it right into that brown. Okay, so now we're caught up to this, where this dandelion was. And we're going to say this dandelion, the seeds have already blown out of it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our liner brush and we're going to dip it in that green and then a teeny bit of white, and we're going to do a little more white than that. Little tiny swoops. That's a little too white. Now let's start doing the seeds. So the dandelion is basically going to go a circle like this, but we're going to draw the seeds blowing off. So our circle's going to kind of end here and go around like this. So what you're going to do is take your liner brush and really dip it in a little bit of white and very, very delicately bring it towards the center. It doesn't have to touch completely, and pull it out and get lighter and lighter and then lift up, okay? And do that all around where you want those seeds coming out. Now don't forget to do different lengths, because that will make it look like, that will give the roundness effect of the seeds, rather than them just being like one single file circle. There's a lot of depth to these seeds, so do different lengths. Okay, now with the same liner brush, get a little brown. You can mix it in a little white too, so it's lighter. Mix it up. Get some on the tip of your brush, and we're going to do the base of the seeds. So where the white line meets the center, just add little tiny seedlings. Now get the tiniest little bit of paint on the tip of your brush, and you're going to do tiny dots at the end of each line. Those may be a little too bright, so I'm gonna mix it with a little white. But now with the same brush, extremely delicately, take white on the very tip, and at the center of each dot, you are going to drag little lines away. So press down and then up quickly. We want them a little longer than that. Think wispy, wispy, wispy. Okay, so now go and do this to all of them. If your paint's a little too thick, you can put a tiny bit of water in to make it thin. Okay, now I'm going to dip my brush in a little water, put some on my plate or palette right there, get a little paint, dip it in the water. We're kind of turning this to water paint. We want it very thin, and we're just going to do some more wispies all around. This will help it just look a little more feathery and full. Okay, now let's do some of the seeds flying away. So we're going to start by doing the lines, the really wispy, light, delicate lines that we did here. Try to make them about the same size. And imagine they're coming away from the center, so whichever way they would blow in your mind. I'm going to put a little bulb at the end. Just think it needs to be kind of seed shaped. So make it this shape of a seed. Okay, now do the little brown dots at the end of each line, just like you did on the flower. The blossom. Now put those white wispy lines at the end of the lines you just drew. Now if you went outside of your border like I did, I'm just going to make these ones kind of light brown. Now I'm going to use a teeny bit of turquoise. Alright everyone, we are finished. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got lots of art tutorials, including a couple other how to paint dandelion tutorials, which I'll add at the end of this video, as well as in the description below. I'll put a link. So subscribe. We've got lots of videos, lots coming. Also, find Her Art from the Attic on Facebook. Just type it in your search bar and we should pop right up. We've got a nice little art community there. Share with us your projects and the works that you do. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hashtag your work on Instagram too, and Twitter. Okay, enough talking. Bye.